When Francis Newton Souza wrote the manifesto for the Progressive Artists Group, the collective that he founded in 1947, it was an act of rebellion against the strictures of the Bombay Art Society on one hand and the romantic revivalism of the Bengal school on the other. In the manifesto, which represented, of course, the artists M.F. Hussain, S.H. Raza, K.H. Ara, Gade and Bakre, he identified Western style of art making as the preferred choice, though he did lay out that there would be no ideology that the group would be following. Souza had been thrown out of school, he was thrown out of the J.J. College of Art, he was thrown out of the Communist Party. In a lot of ways, he was a renegade. And when he moved after the first two exhibitions of the Progressive Artists Groups to London, he continued to be a renegade there as well. A lot of his effort was devoted to the making of nudes on the one hand, to doing still lifes, to doing landscapes, and sometimes elements would come together to make absolutely iconic paintings and images. The 50s and 60s were also a period when he wrote a lot, and a lot of his art was picked up by European collectors, which was also the reason that he tasted a lot of success. However, his personal life went through several ups and downs, and in 1965 he moved into New York and thereafter started working in a new medium called chemical alterations as well, though the subjects that he worked with remained the same. He often painted the clergy. Elements of the Madonna, Christ, the Eucharist, etc., representations of biblical themes as well remained popular with him for both the early as well as the later part of his career. When Souza painted his nude figures of women, he was often described as being misogynistic. However, if you look at his paintings of women before 1963, they are very, very sublime. They wear jewelry. There's something almost beatific about them. It was only the post-63 phase that show them as being far more confrontational. And there is an element where they're engaging with the viewer in almost a battle that plays out between the viewer and the painted figure. His strokes in all forms of art were always very virile. It was as though he painted spontaneously on the spur of the moment and perhaps with a sense of rage. And that sense of rage stayed with him again for all of his life. The brush strokes never calmed down in any of his works.